Good morning, Willem.
Good morning, Tharushi.
Thank you for joining me today. I'm really excited to talk to you about connected goods and the Internet of Things, particularly in the sports and performance space. I know you've had a lot of experience working with global brands like Nike. You were the CEO at O'Neill's, and you've worked with brands like Tesla. You are now a non-executive board member and an advisor to a lot of the brands in the consumer technology, sports and lifestyle spaces. So I think it's going to be a really interesting conversation. Let's dive right in.
Let's dive right in.
So my first question really is about the history of wearables and connected clothing. When did this all start?
Yeah, I think wearables and have been around for a while. I think it started with kind of the professional athlete, right? And I think you can go back to perhaps the 80s, where professional athletes were using wearables to improve their performance and also help with their recovery. Heartbeat monitoring obviously is an obvious one. I think later wearables extended to broader usage. Think about the sports watch, as we know it. Initially more focused around specific sports like running. I think Fitbit was a game changer, where you have had a more versatile product that appealed to a broader base. And then over time, if you think about what smartphones have done and how that has sort of progressed into wearable technology that is really sort of more versatile and more functionality. And then the really exciting sort of next phase that I know we're going to talk about today is really about smart apparel and seamlessly integrated technologies.
Can you talk to me a little bit about the drive towards connected clothing in the sports and performance space? Do you think the time is right?
I think the time is right. I think technology has advanced a lot, and I think it starts with product, right? And I mean, the first generation of wearables, they were very bulky, they were very intrusive, there were quality issues, battery life. And I think what is really exciting right now, there's sort of a next generation of connected clothing that takes away all these barriers step by step. And so think about apparel that is natural, seamless products that really look and feel and function like normal apparel, but has all those built-in electronics. So I think it's product first. I think it is secondly. I think it's about the consumer and consumer behavior. And we've been educated right now on the benefits of wearables, and I think also inspired by mobile digital technology. We're much more ready for it, and we're much more tech savvy than we were kind of when the first sort of wearables came out. And last but definitely not least, it's also about price value, and it's about affordability. The fact that now we can create smart apparel at mass scale, and really making it available at a price where the larger audience can embrace it.
Let's maybe double click a little on connected products specifically in the sports and performance space. Mm-hmm. At the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, for example, we saw a lot of connected products, wearables that were being used at the event and in preparation of the event by athletes as well. We saw products that were designed to track and increase performance, that were collecting data for coaching analytics, that were designed to regulate people's temperature levels and to improve recovery. Where do you think the next breakthrough space is going to be?
Yeah, that's a hard question. I mean, fortunately, there's a lot of really smart people working on this, and a lot of exciting startups and scale-ups and entrepreneurs in the world. I think there's two answers to it. I think on one hand, it will be about natural progression. So it is kind of going from good to better to best. It's about, again, sort of mainstream commercialization of professional solutions. So starting with the professional athlete and starting with the professional user and taking that into more advanced and more reliable data at all levels. So it could be about the ability to communicate with other devices. It could be transforming into other materials. But always combined with increased comfort and being able to use it like you use a normal garment. So I think that's sort of the evolutionary part. I think where there could be a breakthrough is really in materials science. And there's some really exciting developments there, talking about e-skins, for example, which is really like soft, flexible, skin-like material that really behaves like almost like your skin does. So it's non-intrusive, but it allows you to monitor health, and it's very stretchy, it's robust. It allows you to really collect data in a very natural way. I think the other area that is of interest is also around the area of sustainability and biotechnology, and biotechnology meets fashion and meets sports performance, and kind of based on the premise that nature always has a better solution, and sort of integrating sustainable materials that really can change the industry forever, and integrating those with smart apparel and smart fabrics. I think that would be a really exciting space to innovate.
All right, let's maybe move on to the topic of the pandemic. Obviously, it's had a seismic impact on our everyday lives, on all industries. People couldn't access fitness studios, gyms at the height of the pandemic, and that forced them to seek at-home solutions. But also with that, we saw the convergence of the fitness and wellness space with the healthcare space. So there were a lot of connected products that started offering health-based insight and metric, and sometimes even medical-grade metrics. Do you think this trend will continue? Will there be a convergence of health and fitness going forward?
The pandemic has really accelerated the way that we live, the way we work, the way we communicate, the way we monitor health, the way we entertain, the way we learn, and obviously the way that we experience sports and we look after our health. So this convergence is absolutely happening, and there's some good examples of that in like Whoop, for example, which is monitoring sleep and giving really advanced data that can help you track sleep and your general fitness and well-being. But also, I mean, other exciting examples are, usual suspects as Apple, as Fitbit, as Garmin that operating in this space. I think the other impact that the pandemic had is really around mental well-being, and the fact that there's been a large surge in interest also witnessed by apps being downloaded in mindfulness and meditation.
Yeah.